Session, I believe we seen an introduction about Microsoft Excel. First of all, could you tell me how can I find the version of Excel? How do you find the version? You have to go to File, under File, you have to click on Account. When you click on Account, it will show you what is the version of Excel, and you can see the subversion of your Excel also here. And on the top, where we can see your file name and your software name is available. This is called as, what's the name of this area where we have the file name and software name? Title bar. Very good. Left hand side of the title bar, there are 3 or 4 buttons available, which we call it as quad. Super. Below the quad, this overall area put together, we call it as ribbons. Excellent. On the ribbon, the first one, file, is office button. Very good. Home, insert and page layout are all tabs. Excellent. There is one more tab will appear here whenever you do some new thing. Contextual tab. Very good. And clipboard and font and alignments are all groups. On the corner of the group, there is an arrow mark. If you click on arrow mark, a new dialog box will launch. That is called as dialog box launcher. And all the other items we call it as commands. Could you tell me how can I hide or unhide the ribbon? You can use the mouse and you can go here and make a double click. Or one more method is double click to hide or unhide the ribbon. There is a shortcut key for hiding or unhiding the ribbon is Control F1. Control F1 will hide it. Same Control F1 will unhide the ribbons. Or in some laptops you can see Control F1 may not work straight away. You have to press Control Function F1. How can I switch off that function key? Function Escape. Very good. There is one more key, Control Shift F1, which will hide everything, including the rows, column. Only the rows and columns will be visible. Control Shift F1. And this one is name box, and this one is formula bar. A, B, C, D are all columns. 1, 2, 3 are all rows. Where the rows and columns are meeting, this area we call it as cells. But there are 10,48,576 rows and 16,384 columns. Could you tell me how can I check it? How many rows and how many columns are available? How can I check that? You can go to the topmost, leftmost corner here and you can click and hold it. But there is a reason, there is a logic behind why we have 10 lakh, why we have 16,000. Binary. 2 to the power of 14 and 2 to the power of 20. Very good. And even you can check it by control down, you can go to the last and you can check it. Control right, you can go to the last column and check it. How can I change this column? Instead of alphabet, how can I make it as a number format? File, options, then formulas, and there is a checkbox called as R1C1 reference size. When you enable this and say OK, your column will be in a number format. To come back again, so go to File, Options, Formulas, uncheck that R1C1 reference style and I say OK. But could you tell me how can you move from the first cell to the last cell to the first cell straight away? Control Home, Control Function Home. And I want to go to the next page downwards. You can use page down, page down, page down, or page up to the previous page. But how can I move to the left hand, right hand side and left hand side to the next page? Alt page down. Very good. Alt function. Some laptops you have to press the function key. Alt function page down or Alt function page up. And you can see there is an arrow marked area. This arrow marked area is sheet tab. You can make a right click and you can go to the particular sheet. Or even you can display the sheet number on your status bar also. Like this, I can display the sheet number. By default, the sheet number may not be available. You have to make a right click and you can enable the sheet number. And workbook statistics also. But when I enable the sheet number, I want to go to a particular sheet. So you can make a click here. If I make a click, your system should have connected with Wi-Fi. On the right hand side, it will show you the navigation, where you can navigate to particular sheet. Or another method is you can go to the View tab. Under View tab also, you can see the navigation is available. If you click on the navigation, on the right hand side, you can see the navigation option is available. And there is Workbook Statistics. Right click and you can enable that Workbook Statistics. And I click on the workbook statistics, it will show you how many sheets are there, how many cells are filled with value, how many formulas are there, which is our last cell. It shows everything here. And when I select some numbers, by default, you will get some sum, average and count. But I want other formulas, means you can make a right click and you can enable the other formula, average, count, numerical count, maximum and minimum. What is the difference between numerical count and count is count will count everything, whereas the numerical count will count only the numbers. Suppose I select some values, it's showing some sum. I want the sum or average in some other cell. So you can click here and go to some other cell and just paste it. So that value will get pasted here. And three types of view: normal view, page layout view, page break preview, which is specific for arranging the page setup and taking a printout, header and footer and arranging the page setup. Plus and minus, you can click on plus and minus to increase or decrease the zoom percent, or using the control key you can scroll up and scroll down, or you can use the touchpad where you can see you can increase or decrease by 2 fingers, you can increase or decrease the zoom percent. And there is a shortcut key also, but still the 100% the shortcut key may not work. Control Alt plus and Control Alt minus. That's a shortcut key for zoom in and zoom out. Fine. Then what we did is, in Excel there are three types of icons available. One is the doctor symbol, another one is the foreheader with the arrow mark, another one is the bottommost rightmost corner, there is a plus symbol. That's called as fill handle. Whenever you type something and when you press enter, your cursor will go to the next cell. But I want the cursor in the same cell. Control enter. And you can go to the fill handle and I drag this. January, February will be filled. Similarly, when I drag this, Sunday, Monday will be filled. First means second, third will be filled. But when I type 1, only 1 will get filled. So how can you get 1, 2, 3 means there are several methods. You can type 1 and 2 and go to the corner and drag it. Or you can drag this, you can see a small tag will be available. Using the tag, you can use fill series. Hold the control key and drag it also. Or the easiest or simplest method, when your data is too large, then you can go to home tab, under home tab, fill, under fill, you can go for series. How do you want to fill the series? Row wise or column wise? And what is the step value? And what is the stop value? Where we are going to stop. I think yesterday we stopped at 5,000 or something. So when you say 5,000, it will stop at 5,000 here. But could you tell me how can I go to the first and last cell? Control down and control up will go to the first and last. But how can I select it from top to bottom? Control shift down arrow. After selecting, now I want to go to the first cell and last cell without removing the selection. Control dot. Very good. Control dot is a shortcut key to move to the first and last cell. And you did some task also. 500, 515, 530. It has to be increased. And I have Elgi equipment limited in 3 different cells. Could you tell me if it is in row wise, how can I combine all the 3 cells together in one cell? We have several methods: concat, concatenate, and text join. But the easiest method is increase the column width. Fill, justify. Flash fill can be used if it is in a column wise. Row wise you have to go for justify. Decrease the column width and justify. It will split. And when you type a date, the best method for entering a date is first you have to type the date, then you have to type the month in 3 alphabetical character, year in 4 numerical character. After doing this, I want to change the format of the cell. You can make a right click to change the format of the cell. How can I make a right click? There is a shortcut key. Shift F10 is the shortcut key for right clicking. And if you want to go to format cells, you can use F. Or straight away, we have a shortcut key to go to format cells. Control 1. And you can move between the tab using the arrow marks. If a letter is underlined, you can go for the underlined letter. If a letter is not underlined, you can go for the first letter. Alignment means A, font means F. One more time, font will go to F, will go to fill. So first letter, or if the letter is underlined, go for the underlined letter. If the letter is not underlined, then go for the first letters. So yesterday we changed the format here. DD, MM, YY. Then control semicolon is the shortcut key for getting current date. And we have seen 6 shortcut keys yesterday. Control shift 1, number with 2 decimal points. 2 is for time and 3 is for date and 4 is for currency. 5 is for percentage without decimal points. Control shift tilde or tilde is for removing the decimal places with the number format. And when I go to the date and I go to the corner and drag this, date will get updated. But I don't want the date to get updated. I want the month to get updated, years to get updated, weekdays to get updated. You can change it here. Fill days, fill weekdays, fill months and fill years. Control semicolon will give you the date. Control shift semicolon will give you time. And we have seen one more function equal to today. You can see here, control semicolon is static. The data has not changed. Yesterday we used control semicolon. Still it's showing 25 August. But this today, you can see when I open today morning, the date is getting updated here. It has changed into 26/8. And we have one more function now, which will change the date as well as time. But when you edit some cell, it will get updated. Manually, I want to update the timings. F9. So whenever you press the key called as F9, the time will get updated. Very good. Then you did some task. Month-wise, how to fill it. Quarter-wise, how to fill it. Every Monday has to be filled. So various options you did it yesterday. And then I forgot one thing. We can even, the new feature is you can select multiple sheets at a time. You can make a right click and you can go for hide. And I want unhide means right click and you can go for unhide, where you can select multiple sheets at a time. Old version, you can unhide one sheet at a time. You cannot unhide multiple sheets at a time. At a time, only one sheet can be unhidden here. What is the shortcut key for inserting a new sheet? N is new file. New sheet. Shift F11. Shift F11 is the shortcut key for inserting a fresh new sheet. Very good. After this, we have seen how to extract the data. From the name, I want to get only the first letter, initial. You have to give a sample. The sample should be on the next immediate column. After giving the sample should be case sensitive. After giving a sample, we have used a feature called as control. What is the feature name? Flash filling. Very good. Super. Flash filling. Or you can go to home tab, fill, flash fill. Or you can go to data. Under data also, you can see the flash fill. But unfortunately, when I get some number, sometimes the number cannot be prefixed with a 0. But I want a number to be prefixed with a 0 and it should be in a number format. So you have to select the cell and you can go to format cells. In format cells, custom, you have to type some zeros. How many zeros we have to type? -1. Number of digits? -1. -1 hash. Very good. Super. Then we have seen you did some examples how to split it. And flash fill is not only used for splitting, flash fill is used for combining also. We can combine the first name, last name. We can create the email IDs like this. And you have splitted some columns like this using the flash fill. Then, based on the sales, I want to calculate the sales percentage. Select the sales value and you can use an option called as quick analysis. Shortcut key for quick analysis, Control Q. And then go to totals, where we can see some average count, percentage total, running total. We have blue as well as yellow. The blue is for row wise and yellow is for column wise. So you can find the percentage. Based on the percentage, I want to calculate cumulative means, then same Control Q. You can go to the same total and you can say percentage of running total. Running total, the percentage, out of the percentage, it will show you the running total. And you did some task. Same thing, how can I do it for row wise? Same thing, I'm going to do it for both row wise and column wise also. And based on a condition, I want to give a color. Select the column, Control Q. You can go to highlight cell rules, formatting, highlight cell rules, greater than, you can give a color for it. But unfortunately, greater than is available. But there is no option available under Control Q called as less than or between. Then you have to go to Home tab, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules. Could you tell me how can I go to this home tab, conditional formatting without using mouse? Alt. You have to press the Alt key and you have to see the underlined letter, highlighted letter. Alt H, L, H, between means B. Like this you can use the shortcut keys. So we have applied the conditional formatting. Modifying the conditional formatting is you have to go to manage. Deleting means clear conditional formatting. Even we have seen how to find out the duplicate values. Even we have seen how to delete the duplicate values. Before deleting a duplicate values, could you tell me what is the shortcut key for selecting the entire column? Total column. Suppose Control space bar. Rows, Shift space bar. What will happen if I press Control Shift space bar? All the three together. Entire table. One more time. Entire sheet will be selected. But I recommend the best way to select the entire table is Control Shift 8. That's the best method to select the entire table. After that, you can go to data and you can see there is an option called as remove duplicates. You can remove the duplicate values also. And you did many tasks here. I think we did top 10, bottom 10, data bars, color scales, icon sets, Color scales means you can make a right click and you can sort it in ascending or descending. Highest will be on the top. Green will gradually turn into yellow. Yellow will gradually turn into red. And this is an icon set where you can display some icons like this. And you can change our conditions also. Home tab, conditional, formatting, manage rule, edit rules, and you can modify the conditions. Instead of percentage, you can give a number. You can display the value also here. The various options we did it in conditional formatting. Even you did a task in conditional formatting also. Then based on this value, I want to draw a mini chart. Select the data. If I press Control Q, if you go for the normal chart, it will not give you the right solution. But we have mini chart. How do we draw a mini chart here? Sparkline. There are three types of sparkline: column sparkline, line sparkline, win and loss. So you can place the cursor and click it. It will get selected here. But after doing this, first time you can see a small contextual tab will appear where you can highlight the highest point, lowest point. You can change the color. You can change the sparkline color and thickness, and you can put a marker color. How do we display a line at the 0th position? Axis. Show axis. But unfortunately, when I press Control Q, it will create a chart only on the next column. But I want the chart in some other column. Insert. You can go to Insert, Sparkline. And it will ask where you want the sparkline. You have to select the location and OK. It will create a sparkline. And you can increase the width of it and you can increase the height. Select all the rows and increase one row, all the row height will get increased. And if I don't want the sparkline, I can select it and go to sparkline and you can delete the sparkline. Clear the sparkline also. The difference between the line and the win and loss is the line based on your value, the bar size will increase or decrease. Whereas the win and loss, the bar size will be similar. It will show you whether negative or positive. That's all. It will not show you the bar size based on your values. That's it. And you did a task in this sparkline also. Okay. I believe that's our last session yesterday. So I believe we have recapped everything maybe within 15 or 20 minutes. Just short recap of what we learned yesterday. So today we are going to start with lookup functions. There is a filter function. There is what if analysis. Before lunch break, we should start pivot. We should start the pivot table before the lunch break. If possible, after the second tea break, if we start, it will be very good so that we can cover more concept in pivot. Then we have to see about chart also. Right? So before moving on to today's session, as of now, whatever we have seen, any questions, doubts, queries? Clear? Very good. Then let me start with a small tip, then we'll jump on to the lookup function. Small tips. I should have shared this yesterday. Since the time is shortage, we are not able to do it. In a cell, we can get a sparkline like this. We can get a emojis like emoji, not emoji, icon set. Even you can get emoji in Excel also. I think emoji looks good in PowerPoint and Word, but still you can get the emojis in Excel also. On your keyboard, Windows dot, correct, dot, you can press dot, Windows dot, full stop. Windows dot is the shortcut key for inserting emoji. So I can select Windows dot, I can press Windows dot, the emoji is available here. I click on some of this emoji, but unfortunately, as I told, it's not looks so good in Excel, but you can modify this. I have inserted a thumbs up here. Select this thumbs up. After inserting thumbs up, select it and go to Home tab. You can change the font color. You can change the font size to have a better view. Windows dot, full stop. Windows dot. The shortcut key for inserting emojis. As I told, it will look good in PowerPoint, and if you go for Outlook and PowerPoint, it looks good. Much better than Excel. When you go to PowerPoint, I'll insert a slide. Windows dot. It looks as it is. It will look as it is. How the emoji is available. It looks as it is here. But in Excel, you have to manually change the color and you have to change the font size and other part. Okay. And a new feature available in the latest version is, for example, assume I have some products or I have some equipment or something. We'll go to some name or assume that I have the employee names or I have the product code here. I'll go to the sheet number 3. Here I have the product code. I have the employee names. I want to put the product picture here, so that when I sort it, when I get filtered, the picture also will get filtered. So I want to insert a picture inside a cell. I think yesterday itself we have discussed about this. Microsoft is planning to bring everything inside a cell. Two things they have got it already. One is the chart, line chart, bar chart and column chart. Another new feature is place the cursor on some cell, go to the insert tab. Under the insert tab, you can see there is an option called as picture. If you are not able to see the picture straight away, if your screen resolution is very small, then you will get something like illustration. Click on illustration. Under illustration, you may get picture. Correct? Either straight away you may get the picture if your screen is bigger. If the screen is smaller, you will get illustration. Under illustration, you can click on picture. It will ask whether you want the picture in cell or over the cell. Whether you want the picture in the cell or over the cell. For example, I'll go to picture in the cell. Place in cell. This device. Some picture. As of now, I'm inserting some dummy picture. I'm inserting some picture. Assume I'm inserting a picture here. The picture will get inserted inside a cell. Inside a cell. So as I told, when I sort it, when I filter it, even the picture will get filtered. Even if you use a VLOOKUP also, picture will get in the VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP. But the picture seems to be very tiny. For this product, assume that I have inserted the product picture. But I want to see this picture in a bigger way. There is a button available. Click on the cell. There is a small button available here. If I click it, the picture will zoom out and it will show it on the full screen. So you can see the picture on the full screen. Once again, click it. It will go back to your cell. So you can insert your product name. You can insert the employee name. Any pictures, you can insert it inside a cell. So place the cursor here. Go to insert. Either go to picture straight away or go to illustration. Place in this cell this device. And you can select a picture and you can say insert. That picture will get inserted inside a cell, which is not possible in the older version. Older version, picture will override your cell. It will not fit within your cell. Manually, if you fit it also, it will not fit. When I sort it, when I filter it, the picture will not get filtered in old version. But in 365, it's available. Of course. When you insert more picture, your file size will be higher. Or reduce your file size. Select the picture. When you select the picture, zoom this out. There is an option available called as compress picture. You can compress it and you can reduce your file size. Two columns. Second picture I have used for the after that it will go for only available on only one column. Click here and it will go back. We click this, this will go back. Click on this cell, zoom this out and click it again. You have merged it and added it. Yeah, it will add it in only one cell. It will not add in two cells. Place over the cell or place in the cell. It will add only in one cell. Even though you have selected two cells. Place the cursor on some other cell. Sir, control 6 if we enter it. Always, don't do it. Don't press control 6. Everything will go off. Once again, press control 6. Okay, we'll see one more new thing. For example, I'll go to the sheet number 7 or 8. Assume we have task. We have some list of tasks and we have the start date for this task. I want to know whether we have completed this task or not. If you have completed, I want to make a check mark on this. If you are not completed, I want to leave it as it is. I can put a check mark inside a cell. Yesterday, someone was using 2.3 or some older version. I don't know who is using the older version. Please check because this is a very new feature. This feature is a very new feature. 2.4 it should work. 2.5 100% this will work. Maybe the older version this may not work because it's a very new feature. Go to insert. Under insert you can see check box. Check box. Go to insert. Under insert you can see the check box is available. Place the cursor in some cell, go to insert checkbox, and I can copy the checkbox by going to the corner and drag it down. I'm copying the checkbox till the end, like this. Yes. Now what will happen is whenever I make a tick mark here. So suppose this prepare monthly financial report. I have completed the task. So I can make a check mark on this. So if whatever the task I have completed, I can put a check mark like this. If you are not completed, I can remove the check mark. Either check mark or you will not get that into mark or cross mark. Either check it or uncheck. If it is completed, you can make a check mark. If it is not completed, you can make uncheck of this. 2.4 version. It's a very new feature. Old version, it may not work. Next cell. We cannot put it in same cell. Then it will overwrite your value. The date will go out. Because it's giving some value on the top. You can see whenever I make a check mark, it's saying true. If I put a date there, where can I place? Come again? That you can do it. Single cell you cannot do it. No. That should be in a different column. This could be in a different column. Both cannot come in the same column. What versions are? What is the version? 2.5 or 2.4? 2.4 feature. Very new. Maybe 3 or 4 months before we got the feature. Wait for the update. Okay. So, let us move on to exercise number 11. Very, very, very powerful feature. Exercise number 11. We have an employee number and we have employee name. Now with this, first time we are going to write some formula or a function. We are going to find out what is the designation of this employees. So we have employee number, we have employee name. Based on this, we are going to find out what could be the designation of this employee. Yesterday, you have downloaded 2 files, right? One is that exercise file. One more file you have downloaded. That is your master. So please open that master file also. Please open that master file. In master file, we have first sheet, employee data. where we can see the branch name, employee number, name, gender, email ID, date of birth, date of joining, retirement age, designation, department, salary. Now here we are going to find out what could be the designation of this employee. One data may be available in one sheet. The matching data will be available in some other sheet or some other file. We are going to match it and find it and post it. Matching, finding and posting. What is the formula normally we use for this? VLOOKUP. But as I told, we are going to use we are using the latest version of Excel. So you know what is meant by VLOOKUP. V stands for vertical. There is one more thing called as HLOOKUP. H is for horizontal. VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP will work from left to right. Left to right. Right to left Excel VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP will not work. I will tell you the example. For example, I want to find out, based on the employee number or a name, I want to find out the designation, department, that's possible. But based on this employee number or a name, if you want to find out the branch, you cannot do it in VLOOKUP. Right to left is not possible in VLOOKUP. Correct? So, in old version of Excel, what we do is VLOOKUP. To find it left to right or right to left, we use another function, that is index and match. There is one more function available in older version called as index and match. And we have to use something like cell referencing. There is cell referencing available. And we have to use one more function called as if error. If there is a error, we have to use another function called as if error. And we will use something like approximate match and exact match. Correct? But all this has been replaced by a new function, that is XLOOKUP. X will work horizontally, it will work vertically, it will work left to right, right to left. No need for using cell references, no need for using if error, no need for using approximate, and it's easy also, approximate match and exact match. No need to use exact match, it automatically comes with the exact match. So if some are using already VLOOKUP, stop using VLOOKUP, start using XLOOKUP. If you are not using lookup function, start using XLOOKUP from today. Stop using VLOOKUPs. I don't know whether you know it. VLOOKUP will slow down your system speed, increases your file size. If you open the file, will get rotated. If you open the file, it will increase your file size also, VLOOKUP. But this is very faster and very simpler. We'll see many advantage in this XLOOKUP. Okay. So let us see about this XLOOKUP. So what is the syntax? What is the rules? How to use the XLOOKUP? We'll see one by one. Before that, I have two files. Could you tell me how can I move between one file to another file? Alt tab, I expected. Alt tab is the shortcut key to move between one application to another application. Word to Excel, Excel to PowerPoint, you can use this Alt tab. You can see it will navigate between multiple applications. But if you want to move between one file to another file, I recommend the Control tab. Control tab is the best method. It will navigate within Excel only. It will never go to Word, Excel and PowerPoint, other softwares. So prefer to use Control tab. I recommend to go with Control tab. Okay, right. You have to be aware of three things here. Please note down three things. In VLOOKUP, you have to take 4 or 5. But here only 3 things. First one. Lookup value. What is your lookup value? Lookup values means input cell. That is your reference cell. Could you tell me which could be my reference? Based on which reference can I get the designation? I have 2 things. Employee number or can I get it by name? Why? There can be 2 employees with the same name. So better to take it from the employee number. So what is your lookup value? Employee number. Fine. That is the first thing. So first you have to know which is your lookup value. This is same as VLOOKUP. In VLOOKUP also we'll do the same thing. Which is our lookup reference. Second, lookup array. What is that lookup array? That is, you have to select the range where we have the lookup value, on the source table. Select the range where we have the lookup value on the source table. That is lookup array. Select the range where we have the lookup value on the source. Source means that master sheet. I'll go to the master sheet. Tell me which range I have to select now. Where is my lookup value available in my source table? Column B. So don't select the entire column. I have clearly mentioned that select the range, not the column. Don't select the entire column. Select only the range where we have the lookup value. We'll do that. First we'll note down the syntax, then we'll do that. Select the range means the range where we have the lookup column. So this is the range where we have the lookup value. Second. Third. Return array. What is that return array? Select the range which we want as an output. Which you want as an output on the source again, on the source table again. So return array means select the range which you want it as an output. Tell me which range I have to select now. Designation range, it's available in column number I. So this range we have to select. That's all. That's all in XLOOKUP. That's only three things. Only three things. I repeat it again. First is lookup value. Which is my lookup? My lookup is employee number. Second, where is the lookup column on your source table? So this is my lookup column. Range, lookup range. Select that lookup range. Third, which column you want as an output? So I want the designation as an output. So select that range where we have the designation. That's all. Only three things. Let me do it. Let me do this. Equal to. If you have any questions, I will repeat it one or two times. If you have question, I can repeat it multiple times also. Equal to X lookup. When I press XL, it automatically shows me the X lookup. Could you tell me how can I select this without typing it? Tab. Tab key. Using the keyboard means tab. Using the mouse means double click. If you are using mouse, you can make a double click. Using keyboard means tab. Lookup value. See where is my cursor now. My cursor is asking for the lookup value. What is lookup value? The input cell. Input cell is my employee number. So lookup value we have done. After each input is over, you have to put a comma. Then only it will go to the next input. Correct? Select A11, comma, lookup array. What is my lookup array? The lookup array means select the range where we have the lookup on the source. So go to the source. I'll go to the source. Select the range. Which range? The employee number range. Here a small information is, if you are selecting the heading, you can select it with the heading, without heading also, no problem. But follow the same method. Here if you are selecting the heading, while selecting the designation also you have to select the heading. If you are not selecting the heading here, don't select the heading there. So your array should be equal. Here with the heading, there without heading means it will throw error. So I will go with the heading itself. One cell doesn't make a very big difference. So I select with the heading. Control Shift down arrow. So lookup array. This is the array where I have my lookup value. Don't select the entire column like this. I have seen people are selecting the entire column, which may slow down your system speed. The data is available only in 1500 rows, but you are selecting 10 lakh rows. That will slow down your system speed. Never do that. Select only the data. Comma. Return array. That is, what is the output you want? I want the designation. So select the range of the designation. Only that range. Control. I am selecting it from bottom to top. Control Shift up arrow. As an indicator, you can see this range should be correct. B10 to B1570. I10 to I150. Correct. You can close the bracket. If you are not closing the bracket also, no problem. Excel will close it automatically. Let me check this. Enter. Yes. We got the designation. This is the designation of that employee. We'll check that also. I will repeat it again. equal to X lookup. What is my input? My input is employee number, comma. Go to the master sheet. On the master sheet, select the range where we have that input employee, only that in employee number column, only that employee number. With the heading or without heading is your wish, but follow the same method. I'm selecting with the heading, control shift down arrow, comma. Return array, which you want it as output. I want the designation as output. Select that range. That's it. Close bracket, or no need to close the bracket. Excel will close it automatically. Let me copy this on the bottom. Just go to the corner edge here and make a double click on this. Or you can drag it also. Double click. Yes. So we got the designation of all the employees. No need to remember the column numbers or anything. Yes. I selected only the range.
That's what I did. Instead of selecting entire range, only one cell we can select and we
No, it will not work. Our B10, it will search only in B10. B10, your data may not be available. It will throw an error. You have to select the entire range. We don't know where is the data available. Only B10 select, it will search only in B10. So it will not work. You have to select the entire range.
Sir, and in input cell value, can we select range completely?
That's what I did. No?
No, we selected only first employee number.
No. Here, you are saying here. That I will explain, sir. Here, don't do it. I will tell you when we can use it. As of now, don't do it. There is a reason. We'll see that. When we can use that. Here, it's not required. I will tell you when we can use it. You can select it, but here it's not required. Yes. I think who have used VLOOKUP, they know that this XLOOKUP is very simple. Because VLOOKUP, we have to struggle a lot. XLOOKUP, what is your input? My input is employee number, comma. Go to the master sheet. Where is that input column? Range. In master sheet, this is the column where we have the input. Select the entire range, comma. Which is your output? My output is designation. Designation. Select the entire range of designation. That's all. Select the entire range of designation. That's it. Close bracket enter or normal enter also. If you have used VLOOKUP already, this will be very easy. If you want to close it, you can close it, sir, your wish. But it's not required. Who is getting that error? Oh, phone. Any challenges? Select the employee number. Yes, come on. Here you should not select the Repetition பண்ணா நிறைய இருக்கும்.
Sir, suppose if you want
Single page, finger, same sheet, same file. We'll see it. Next step. But it may throw error. We'll see how to handle it. But one more latest feature in the latest version is this is not concerned with the lookup, but there is a new feature. Suppose I want to know whether it's right or wrong. This 2000084. I'll go to the master sheet, Control F. I'll find 2000084. So you can see in my system, I'm getting some band here. Where is my data? In which row, in which column? So you can activate this band not only in finding. Normally, suppose I'm here. Sometimes you will get confused. Where is my cursor? Whether my cursor is in which column, which row. Manually, you have to see this is in column number L. This is in row number 81. Instead, this is also a very new feature. Very new feature. Go to View tab. Under View tab, there is a button called as Focus Cell. Just click on the focus cell. When you click on the focus cell, it will show you the band. Where is my cursor actually? In which row, in which column? It's in column number L and it's row number 81. Focus cell. Just go to View tab and click on focus cell. That's all. That's what very new feature. It's a very new feature. Very recently it was added. So old version you may not get it. Even this color, I don't like this blue color. Can I put different color for this? Click on the arrow mark of the focus cell. Focus color. You can put some different color for this. Maybe a green color. Click on the arrow mark and you can go for green color here. This is a new feature. If you don't want, you can switch off that focus cell. Where is my cursor? I want to know where my cursor is residing. It's a very new feature. I think 2.5 it should work. 2.4 I have a doubt. No, it's not working. He said it's not working. 2.4? No. Yours is 2.4? Yeah.
Request to IT when you file.
Okay. Find the department branch. Find out the department and find out the branch. Branch which we cannot do it in X lookup, H or V lookup, but we can do it in X lookup. Your first task today. Department and branch. Two lookups. One is department, second one is branch. Find out the department and find out the branch by writing X lookups. Both. Where is department? Branch பண்ணிட்டீங்க. Where is department? the employee number.
Sir.
Where is the employee? Shift down. What? Come on. Come on. Where is the designation? Double click to copy, sir. Which is out. Heading. There you sir. Okay. Equal to X lookup. What is my input? Employee number. As I told, after each input is over, you have to put a comma. Comma. Lookup value. So where is my lookup value? My lookup value is here. Employee number. Comma. Output. Which is my output? Department. Select the department column. Select the department column. See whether both are same. B10 to 1570, J10 to 157. That should be similar. If it is not similar, you will not get the right result. Enter. Double click to copy this. This is department. Branch. So at least this you can do it in VLOOKUP, but this next part you cannot do it in VLOOKUP. You can do it only in XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP, employee number, comma. Go to the master sheet. Select the employee number column, only that range, comma. Select the branch range. Once again check whether it is correct. B10 to 1570, A10 to A1570. The range should be same. Close bracket. Enter. No need to close the bracket. Excel will close it automatically. Double click to copy this. So right to left will work and left to right will work in XLOOKUP, which will not work in VLOOKUP. And one more advantage is it's very faster, it's very simpler. Another one is, even if you interchange your column also. For example, I want to add a column in between. Before the designation, I'm adding a column in between. I'm inserting a column here. Only thing is you should not delete the column. You can insert the column, you can shuffle the column also, but still the XLOOKUP will work. But I don't know whether you know it. VLOOKUP will not work on this. Because we are counting the column number. If you say 8 or 9, it will go to 8 and check 8. The designation is not available, it will throw an error. So VLOOKUP will not work if you are interchanging the columns. But here if you interchange the column also, XLOOKUP will work. That's the next advantage of using XLOOKUP. Yes. No, in the source table, if you interchange your delete, I'm inserting a new column. I'm insert a new column also, it will not give an error. It will give you the right result. But in VLOOKUP, it will throw error. Because VLOOKUP, I don't know whether you know it. We will count the column number. Yes. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th column there is empty, so it will throw error. It will give you the wrong result. But here it will work. Means?
Here we have 2-3 columns.
I want the 2 outputs.
If it is continuous, you can do it. If all the columns are suppose I want designation, department, salary, you can do it.
I want to like that.
But if you want the gender and designation, that's not possible. You are right too. But here you have to select. If it is continuous column, you can. Let me try that. Equal to XLOOKUP, employee number, comma, which is my input. The employee number is my input, comma. I want 3 columns. Designation, department, salary. All the 3. So in output, select all the 3. Select all the 3 in the output. So you will get all the 3 here. Supervisor, PVC. If it is continuous, non-continuous, you cannot. Drag. You are saying drag. No, W will not work. You have drag. Because it's array, you have to drag. Select output multiple columns. Instead of selecting, you want 3 outputs at a time. XLOOKUP, employee number is my input, comma, master, here the employee number is my input again. I want 3 columns. As he has told, I want 3 or 4 or 5, any number of columns. If it is continuous, even you can select 3 or 4 columns at a time, like this also. Multiple columns also you can select. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, any number of columns you can select it. Suppose I want this last three, designation, department, salary. Control Shift down arrow. Select all the three columns. Instead of selecting one column, I am selecting all the three. So I will get three outputs now. So if you want three outputs at a time, if it is continuous, non-continuous, no, you cannot do it in XLOOKUP. That's your wish. But for other things, if they are using latest version, they will see the XLOOKUP. If they are using old version, they will see only the value. Old version. Latest version, they can see the XLOOKUP. You can paste the value, or one more easiest option is go to data and go to the workbook link. You can break it. Break the link and send it. For every, suppose I have made 3 links. I have written 3 formula. 3 formula I cannot use paste special, value, paste special. Break the link one time, it will break your link. It will retain the value without formulas.
We don't have to say source file.
The entire links.
If you are breaking.
Sir, this will break the entire links in this workbook, no?
No, you can decide. Suppose I have 3. One is master, another file, another file. Which you want to break. Break all means everything, or you can click here. I can break only this. Other sheet I will have the link. So if you have 3 or 4 links. The employee master link, someone is linked with some other file means that I will not get broken. This link is broken. Break all, what he said is correct. All the link will get broken. But here as of now I have only one link. Both are same.
All the links in all the sheets.
In this file. If you are saying break all. Or go to that arrow and break only this particular link. Okay. How can I convert a formula into a value? I want to convert this formula into value. What we do normally? Copy. Paste special. How can I go to paste special? Control Alt V. Then? I think yesterday I have given the list of shortcut key. This could be the last shortcut key because it's very recently used. Control C. Don't paste Control Alt V. Control Shift V will convert your formula into value straight away. Control Shift V is the shortcut key to paste value straight away. No need to go to paste special and paste value. Control Shift V. Copy Control Shift V, which will convert your formula into value straight away. No need to use paste special and value. So, normally people will do this. Control Alt V, paste special, and they will select these values. Enter straight away, copy, Control Shift V. Copy, Control Shift V straight away. Your formula will be converted into values. If you want a formula to be converted into values, without that break link. Break link is one option, another option is this. First you have to copy. Without copying, you cannot use paste. It should come. Output you have to select 3 columns. 3 continuous. The entire region. Come on. அது பண்ணாதீங்க போறது. ஒரு அரியர் தான். ஒண்ணு இங்கே அரியர் இருக்கும், அங்க அரியர். இங்கே அரியர், அங்கே அரியர் தான் வருது. ஒரு செல் தான் செலக்ட் பண்ணும். அரியர் தான் வேலை செய்யும். Select the employee. Entire column. Come on. Okay. More columns select. Select control shift right. Control shift left. Page correct आगला. அது சொல்றேன் சார். அது எதுக்கு எங்க யூஸ் பண்ணலாம் I will tell you. Correct தான், but where we can use it. Here it's not required. Okay. Exercise number 12. We have trans ID, we have trans date, we have product code, we have defect code. Now I have another sheet where we can see product category, product name, product code, description, stock location, PO number, PO date, in stock, reorder level. Now what I want you all to try here is, I want you to bring the very simple product name. So bring the product name here. Which is the input, which is the output, where is my reference, you decide. You have to decide it.
The product name.
Yes. Bring the product name here. That source is available in the next sheet. Next sheet is the source. Product is the source. Decide which is your input, which is your output. Product name. Product name. You may get an error when you copy it on bottom. No worries. I will see how to solve that error. You may get an error. We'll see how to solve that error. Starting itself error means your formula is error. Starting itself is not better. Then your formula is Sir. Not get an error on that. Output you will. இருக்கு. There we have the product. This is product name. Let's see here. That sheet we have to get the product name, sir. That's our activity.
C11 to C11 product
Equal to X lookup. What is my input? Product code. Comma. Where is this product code in the master table? It's available here. Select this product code. This is my input range. Which is my output? Product name. Select the product name. And see whether both are same. D10 to D77, C10 to C77. Correct. That's all. Close bracket or no need to close the bracket, enter. We'll get output here. Very simple. Copy this, it may throw an error. When I double click, it's throwing an error. Basically, we'll understand why it is throwing error, then we'll see how to solve it. Why it is throwing an error. Last session, we didn't get the error. When I write a VLOOKUP function in the last session, we are getting the data from some other file. We are getting the data from some other file. What Excel will do is, Excel will automatically insert some dollars here. It has inserted some dollars here. That's why we are not getting a error. So dollar, what it will do is, it will search the employee name from the first data to the last data. Here also first to last, it will search. So it's correctly searching and finding it out. But here, when you are writing XLOOKUP, even if you write VLOOKUP also, same error will happen. Even if you write VLOOKUP also, you'll get the same error. Here what is happening is D10 to D77, C10 to C77. No dollars here. If there is no dollar, what will happen is, when I come down, this D10 will turn into D11. Similarly, here it will turn into D12. That's a problem here. So, in the second product, it is searching only from D11, only from D12. So, it will omit that first product names. That's why we are getting a error. So, when I come here, why it is showing a error? Here it is searching from D13. So, it is searching only from D13. What if my data is before D13? If my data is before D13, that's why it's showing an error. Here you can see, for example, this part number PC002. That part number is before D13. It is before D13. In my source table, it is before D13. You can see it's before that. That's why we are getting a error here. If you are using a VLOOKUP function, you have to apply some dollar function for this. If you are using VLOOKUP, you have to apply a dollar. But either delete it and rewrite it here. Either delete and rewrite it. Or write the formula in the next cell. Because if I write it here itself, it may give some error, spill error. You may get a spill error. Either delete the entire formula and create a new one. Or next column you create it. So I deleted the column. Now I am going to write the formula. Equal to X lookup. Every time what Excel will do is, it will go to the search, it will search the P060. It will go there and search it and find it. P3003, it will go there and search there and find it. Now, one stroke, it will go there and find all the part number and it will bring it in one stroke, which is very faster, very easier, very simpler, even without error. This is the power or advantage of using this XLOOKUP. Don't select one product code. Don't select one product code because I don't want to select one by one. Go one time, find it, match it. Go second time, find it, match it. Go one time, find everything and find it everything at one stroke. So select all the product code, entire product code here. Entire product code here. Come on. Master sheet. There also I am selecting the entire product code. Comma, entire product name. entire column of the product name. So we are selecting the entire input also, we are selecting the entire product range. Output also, we are selecting the entire product range. So one time it will go to master sheet. It will get all the data one time. Close bracket, enter or control enter. No errors. No errors. No need to copy and paste also. No need to copy and paste. It is going one time to the product and it's getting the data at one time. It's very faster. Instead of every time getting, it goes one time and it gets all the product name at the time. This is the power of using this X lookup. And even you would have noticed it, except the first cell. If I go to the second or third or fourth cell, there is no formula actually. If I go to the top, the formula is graded out. If I click on the formula bar, there is no formula actually. There is no formula. That means the formula is available only in the first cell. So based on the first cell, it is getting all the input here. You should not have any other values in between. Don't type any values or don't enter any values in between. It will throw some error, fill error. So careful. You should not enter any data in between. So one time, in one stroke, it's going there and bringing the entire product. That's the power of this X lookup. I'm repeating it again. Equal to X lookup. Select the entire product code here. Select the entire product code. Comma. Product table. Here also I'm selecting the entire product code. Comma. And I am selecting the entire product name. That's all. Close bracket. Enter. Okay. One formula, all the result. Within one formula, we got all the result here. No need to write multiple formula. No need to use dollars. Nothing is required here. This is the power of using XLOOKUP. That's why VLOOKUP is very slow. XLOOKUP is very fast. Yes.
Here you can select here multiple there also. No, I am not selecting. There multiple. Here multiple, there multiple is not possible. Both variable.
That means it's array. It's indicating that it's array. Blue color side. If the data is really not available, for example, assume I will type some product code, some dummy product code here. I'm going to type some dummy product code. Something PC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some dummy product code. I'm typing some. Wantedly I'm doing it. This product code is not available in my source. So it's saying NA. I don't like this NA. I don't want NA. Instead of NA, I want to display some message. Not found. Or no data. Something. Some message. If you are using old version of Excel, you have to use one more function called as if error. But latest version XLOOKUP, no need for if error. Just go to the last. Just go to the last. Before the bracket, you have to go to the very first cell because the formula is available in the first cell. It's not available in the second or third cell. Wantedly, I typed some dummy product code just for checking. I typed some dummy code. It's saying NA. I don't like this NA. So go before this bracket. Comma. Just put a comma. If not found. If this product code is not found on the source, what are we going to do? I want to display a message called as no data. So you have to put a double quotes. I think yesterday also we discussed when you write the text join. When you type some text inside a formula or function, it should be in double quotes. Where is the double quotes? Next to L, semicolon. Next to semicolon, you can see the single quote and double quotes. You have to put the double quotes. Number means no problem. Straight away you can type some numbers like this. But if it is a text, double quotes. Not only Excel, all the software in the world. You can use any software in the world. If you are typing some text inside a formula or function, it should be in double quotes. Double quotes, I'll type some message. No data, something. No data, close double quotes. Open the double quotes and type your message and close the double quotes. That's all. So if the data is available, it will find you the data. If the data is not available, you can see it shows the message called as no data. Without if error. The old version you had to use if errors.
Daily VLOOKUP itself, we can put this.
Correct. Wherever there is no data, I want to put a red. Can you tell me how can I do that? If there is no data, I want to highlight it in red. Home tab, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, equal to. I'll say equal to and I type this no data. Wherever there is no data, you will get a red. Conditional formatting we did yesterday. Conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, equal to no data. If there is no data, then it will show you red. That's all. Say okay. This is what we learned yesterday. If there is no data, it will show red. There is only one. Suppose I type some dummy product in some other cell on the bottom. Something. C009 something. Some dummy product code. No data. Red. So if the data is available, it will find and post the data. If the data is not available, it will say no data. Text contain also. But text contain also, suppose no data, where the option it will consider. No data means exactly it will find the no data. Equal to. Text no data, text contain. So this will exactly find out no data. Equal to. Okay. Sorry, maybe price. You range select now. You should have selected the entire table column and you did the conditional format. You one cell select and cell range select. Now also copy paste special format. Format. That's conditional formatting pasted.
Okay.
Conditional formatting we did yesterday.
Okay.
Sir. What you did yesterday, today you forgot. Okay. Now, sorry. I want you to find out the price and the category, product category. Find the price and product category without error. It should not show error. But if there is a error, if price there is error, I have typed some dummy product. Here I will get an error. If there is a error, then if there is a error here, that should not be error. But if there is a error, then display 0 for price. For price, you have to display 0. If there is a error in product category, then display a message called as not available. Some message called as not available. So you have to write a lookup for price and category. If the price is visible, display. If the price is available, display. If the price is not available, zero.
Done, sir.
Second, product category also.
Done.
1 minute, sir. 1 minute. Product category not available. You should get the message called as not available.
If it's not only
Dummy product and do it. I want you to put some dummy product and do it. Price. Why you are putting zero in double quotes? Zero is a text. Zero is not a text. Number.
Okay.
Use. Then if you find the total, you will not get the result. If you want to find the average, if you want to create a pivot table, it will throw error. Answer this is correct. You don't put a zero for double quotes for zero. Oh, not available. Okay, okay. Next, go to price. Where is zero? Sir. Why you are putting double quotes for price? Zero. Is a text check. Sorry, number. Sir. Sir. Why are you putting double quotes for zero? I never. Zero is a number. Don't put double quotes. Zero is a number. Don't write. Don't write in price. Data is not found. I have to put a zero. I told you to put some dummy data and try. Here you put some dummy data. Need to put it down. Text, only for text. That is not first zero. Here put a zero. Okay, equal to X lookup. I told you to give some dummy product here. Select the entire product code, comma, product sheets. Here also I will select the entire product code, comma, cost, that is price. Select the entire price. If the price is not available, I want display as 0. Just 0. I've seen some people are putting double quotes. Double quotes is not required since it's a number. Text means you can put a double quotes. Number, no need for double quotes. That's all. If the product is available, if the unit of price is available, it will display the price. For this dummy product, there is no price, so it says 0 here. So just to put a 0 at the last, comma 0. Because no product means it will say the price is not available, it will say 0. Same thing. Equal to X lookup. Select the entire product code again, comma. Select the entire product table code again, comma. I want product category. Entire column of product category, comma, double quotes. Why double quotes? Because it's a text, not available. So the product is not available. Since it's a text, you have to put a double quotes. Number means you can straight away enter it. Yes. So if the product is available, it will display the product. If the product is not available, it will display not available. Okay. Still, XLOOKUP is not over. We have to see furthermore on this XLOOKUP also. After XLOOKUP, we have to see how to get multiple values based on one input. Then we have to see about what if analysis. So still this XLOOKUP is not over. We'll restart this XLOOKUP after the break. Time out. Yes. Let's go to the same sheet number 12. Go to the same sheet number 12. Go to the second sheet in the master file. There is one more sheet in the master file called as defect details, where we can see defect category, severity, reported by, priority, department code, defect code, root cause, corrective action, preventive action, downtime, inspected type, shift. There are so many data available here. So now what are you going to do is, you are going to find out the defect category here. Defect category. Only challenge is here the data is in row wise. Earlier the data is in column wise. Here the data is in row wise. Defect category, find out the defect category and find out the inspection type also. I want you to find out the inspection type and defect category here. If there is a error, if there is a error in the formula, as usual, display. If there is a error, display as not available. Both are text, so display a message called as not available. You decide which is my input. You decide which is the input, which is the output. Where is the input, where is the output? Which is my input cell? The master sheet, the defect details are available in the master sheet. Employee master, next sheet. Yes, both. Defect category and inspection type. Both. If the data is not available, you have to display a message called as not available. If the data is not available, display a message not available. Same XLOOKUP, but only difference is here the data is in row wise. Defect category and inspection type, both.
Not available. There is some data error.
Okay.
Special take. Category and inspection type. Which is the master shelf. Column name of sir. J. Bala. Column name. Copied on the formula. Bring the piece. No question. Available in red color. Have you given the right spelling? Spelling should be correct. Select the range. Select the range. Select that range. Yes. Yes. Then you have to give us space also.
Okay. Equal to X lookup. Select the entire defect code. You have to select the entire defect code. Comma. Go to the master sheet. Here you have to select the entire row. Entire row of this defect code. Comma. Then what we want is defect category. What it is. You have to select the entire row of the defect category. Comma. Entire row of the defect category. So, A to BI, A to BI. Correct. Comma. It will give you the output. If the data is not available, I want to display a message called as not available. So let us type double quotes, not available. Double quotes close, bracket close. The data is available, it will find you the data. If the data is not available, here you can see this DC00300 is not available. So it's showing NN, sorry, not available. And somewhere else also there is not available. Maybe here. DC0500. So it's also not available. So it shows NN. Same thing. Equal to X lookup. Select the entire defect code, top to bottom. Comma. Go to the master sheet. Select the entire row of the defect code. Entire row. Comma. Select the entire row of inspection type. Row. For this we have to use HLOOKUP in old version. You can do this in VLOOKUP itself straight up. Comma. Double quotes. Not available. Yes. If the data is available, it will find it. If the data is not available, it will display a message called as not available. Same thing, only difference is here it's row wise, there it's column wise. 13. Still this lookup is not over. 13 and 14 is also about lookup. We'll finish off this lookup. In exercise number 13, we have name and we have loan amount. Balachandran, his loan amount is 24 lakh and we have a processing fees. Here, if the loan is between 0 to 1 lakh, no processing fees, it's 0%. If it is between 1 lakhs to 2 lakhs, 0.5%. 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs, 1%. 3 lakhs to 5 lakhs, 1.25. 5 lakhs to 7 lakhs 50, 1.50. 7 lakh 50 to 10 lakh is 1.75. 10 lakhs to 15 lakh is 2%. 15 to 20 lakh is 2.25%. More than 20 lakh is 2.50%. So here I should get the processing fees percentage. Could you tell me for the first person, Balachandra, what could be the processing fees here as per the data here? What should be the processing fee? 2.50. Yes. So I have seen people will use this if condition for this. If greater than 1 lakh, one result. Greater than 2 lakh, another result. Greater than 3 lakh, another result. Instead, we can do it by XLOOKUP itself. Same XLOOKUP. Equal to X lookup, open bracket, which is my lookup value. My lookup value is the loan amount. Select the loan amount, entire loan amount. Otherwise, when you copy it on the bottom, it may throw an error. So no need to throw error. One stock, I want to find everything. So that's why I'm selecting the amount, comma. The lookup value is the loan amount, comma. Lookup array. Where is this loan amount available on your master data? This is where, this is just a dummy. The second part, I will delete it also, no problem, but we'll check. Comma. What is my output? Processing fees. Select the processing fees. Here is a small change. Comma. If not found, if the loan amount is not found here, I think when the loan amount will be not found here, maximum you will find it. More than 20, even if you have 1 crore also, it is more than 20 lakhs. It will find it. When it the data may not be found is if it is less than 0. Correct? 0 to 1 lakh, it will match here. 1 lakh to 2 lakh, it will match. Less than 1 lakh, 0 only, it will not match. If it is less than 1 lakh, what could be the processing fee? It's 0. So if not found, if there is a error, if not found, what do you want to display? I want to display a 0. If not found, I want to display a 0. You can type 0, yes. Because it's a number, we can type it straight away. Comma. Here is a small change for the first time. Comma. Match mode. As of now, from the morning, we are using only the exact match. Exact match means the same employee number should match with the same employee number. Same product number should match with the same product number. Same defect code should match with the same defect code. Here, it's not same. It should be approximately between 0 to 1 lakh. Between 1 lakh to 2 lakh. Between 2 lakh to 3. It should be approximate. So you should not select 0. 0 is exact match. So we have to say exact match are next to smaller or exact match are next to larger. What is mean by smaller and larger? How is your table? Whether your table is in smallest to largest or largest to smallest. Smallest to largest. Then you have to go for -1. If the table is in descending order, suppose 20 lakhs is on the top and 0 is on the bottom, then you have to go for larger item. So I think here we have to go for smaller item. For smaller item, what is the value here? -1. So you have to type -1 here. Because my data is in smaller values. Smaller ascending order. That's it. Close the bracket. Or no need to close the bracket also. Excel will close it. 0.025. What is 0.025 is 2.50%. Perfect. So no need to write a complicated formulas and function. I will explain it before that. Could you tell me how can I convert this entire column into a percentage format? 5. Control Shift 5. Very good. But the Control Shift 5 is the shortcut key for percentage without decimals. So what will happen is if I use Control Shift 5, it will display the percentage without the decimal places. You can see it's rounding off. Actually 2.50, it's rounding off to 3. So which is not right. So I want 2.50 means I want 2.50 exactly. So you cannot use Control Shift 5. What is the shortcut key for format cells? Control 1. Select percentage here. This percentage will have 2 decimal points. Control 1 and select percentage and say OK. Now you will get the percentage perfectly. I'm saying OK. Yes. 2.5, 2.5, 2, 2, 0.5, 2.5, 1. So I'm repeating the formula again. Equal to X lookup. What is my input range? Input range is this loan amount, comma. Where is this input on the master sheet? It's available on the top itself. So let me select this loan amount here with the heading or without heading. But follow the same thing for both, comma. Which is my output? My output is processing fees, comma, 0. If not found, if the value is not found, I am putting a 0, comma, -1. Why are we giving -1? Because my data is in smallest to large. If the data is largest to smallest, then you have to go for 1. So it should be in either ascending order or descending order. If it is not in order, you will not get the right answer. It will give you the wrong result. The data should be either sorted by ascending or descending. That's it. We got this 0.025. Select this. Control 1. Don't use Control Shift 5. Control 1 and change it to percentage. So that you will get 2 decimal points. Else you can press Control Shift 5 means it will not display the decimal places. That's why I am using this Control 1 and changing into decimal points. That's all. Okay. No need to write if function also. We can do it using XLOOKUP itself straight away. Done? Very simple, sir. Equal to XLOOKUP, which is my input range. Loan amount. Loan amount the base. So I am selecting the loan amount here. Comma. Lookup array. Where is this loan amount in the source table? This is where we have the loan amount. Comma. Which is output you want? Processing fees. Comma. If error, if there is a error, what do you want to display? 0. Comma. How is your source data? Because exact match means you can leave as it is. Now it's not exact. It should be approximately between 0 to 1. Approximately between 1 to 2. So how is your table? Ascending or descending? If it is ascending, you have to say -1. Descending means you have to say 1. Here it's ascending. So you have to say -1. Close bracket and enter. Change it to percentage format. Actually, this second column, I'll change it to percentage. This second column is just a dummy column. For our reference, we used it. Even if we delete it also, nothing will happen. It doesn't do anything with that column. That's just a dummy column. It will check only with this data. 0 to 1 lakh, 1 lakh to 2 lakh, 2 lakh to 3 lakh, 3 lakh to 5 lakh, 5 lakh to 7 lakh 50. It will check only with this column, not with the other columns. It will not check with the other columns. It will check only with this column. So this is just a dummy column here. We have created just for our reference. We have created. Even delete it, nothing will happen. The second column is just a dummy. For our reference, we are used to that column. This is another advantage of using this XLOOKUP. No need to use if function or any other functions. You can do it by XLOOKUP itself. Okay? Control 1. Percentage. Percentage. There is an option called as Control 1. There will be percentage here. Yes, correct. Here 0, 0.5. I want it as decimal places. If you round it up, it will turn into 3%. That's wrong. Yeah, 2.5 now or no? I want 2.5. Okay. With the help of this, maybe the last part of this lookup, exercise number 14. We have a table trans ID. Next sheet, 14th exercise. We have trans ID, we have location, we have date, and we have order amount. Now, what are you going to find out is, you are going to find out the commission details, or commission or discount. So, where is the source data available here? So, I want to find out the commission percentage based on the orders. Based on the orders, the commission percentage is going to vary. 12,000, 2,400, 8,000, the commission is going to vary. Where is the source data for this? Here we had the source data on the top. Same like here also the source data is on the top, but wantedly the data was hidden. You can see after column number H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, it's hidden. Select this H and T, because in between the H and T there are some columns. Select the H and T, no shortcut key for this. Right click and hide. Right click and hide. There is a table available. Order amount and discount. Actually, this is not discount. Change the heading. This is commission percentage. So this is commission percentage. So I want you to display the commission percentage here. Based on the order amount, display the commission percentage here. Here the data is in row wise. If there is no data, it should display 0. If not found, it should display 0. If not found, it should display 0. So display the commission percentage here. Display the commission percentage. All are zero. No. First one is 20 or 12,000. You should get 25%. Get 25% on first day. First will be 25 because it's 12 and 10,000 is 25%. Ascending.
அந்த ரெஃபரன்ஸ்
Why you got zero here? Here, why you got zero? Select your range properly. So why you want zero? Not available. Sir, how is your table? Ascending or descending? Ascending means minus. Minus no data is in ascending order, so minus. Descending order 1. Ascending order minus 1. Descending order 1. Ascending order also minus 1.
equal to X lookup. Select the entire order amount. This is my input, comma. Where is this order amount on my table? It is here. This is the order amount, comma. Which you want it as output? I want the commission percentage as the output. Which is my input, which is my output, comma. 0. Why we are giving 0 here? Not available, comma. Whether your data is in ascending or descending? Ascending. So we have to give -1. That's all. Select this range. I think here you can press Ctrl Shift 5 also, no problem. Ctrl Shift 5 because there is no decimal places. So if my order is more than 10,000, you will get 25%. So you can see here it's more than 10,000, so 25%. Yes. Done. Any challenges? Over. As X lookup is over as of now, we are going to step into the next concept. Any other challenge? Questions, queries? We move on to the next one. Exercise number 15. Here, in exercise number 15, we have a table where I can see invoice number, customer name, product, item type, unit of measure, quantity, unit cost, and total cost is available. Now, if you have one value, for example, in the 11th sheet, I have one customer employee number. So I matched that employee number and I found it here. Similarly, in exercise number 12, we had a product code. It's displayed only once in my source table. So product code will not have the repetition of the value. That's why we took the product code and we got it. So one product code, you will have only one product name and one product category. So product code will not have a repetition of the value. So we can use this X lookup or V lookup or anything. Here, approximate match. But here, when I come to the exercise number 15, I can see same invoice number is repeated multiple times. 3112. This 3112 is displayed 3 or 4 times. 3112, 3 is 1 time. 3114 is 1. 5 is 1. And 7 is 3. Like this, there it may be repeated thrice, 4 times, multiple times, 1 times. Here you can see 3132 is displayed for 7 or 8 times. So when I give this invoice number, I should get all the details of this invoice number. All the details. Which is impossible, even if you use VLOOKUP, even if you use XLOOKUP also. If you write VLOOKUP, based on this invoice number, it will find only the first product. Second product, VLOOKUP will not do. Even XLOOKUP will not do. But I want all the invoice number here. If I give 3112, I should get all the details of 3112. If I give 3117, I should get all the details of 3117. So we have a new function available here. You can write it in some other sheet or you can write it in same sheet also. This is a new function which is available in 365. Old version, this formula or function is not available. The function name is equal to. I want the output in some other area. You can filter it and you can find it. This invoice number, I can filter it and find it. That's one method. But your data will get collapsed. So I want the output in some other area. So whatever the invoice number I give, I should get the full details of the invoice number. So equal to, the function name is filter. Equal to filter. Array. Array means the entire, select the entire table. Filter, open bracket, select the entire table, total table. Starting to the ending, Control Shift right, Control Shift down. select the entire table. Filter, open bracket, select the entire table, comma. So which is your conditional column? Which column you want to give a condition? Invoice number. So select that column where we have the invoice number. Only that column. Select, I want to give a condition. I want to filter this table if the invoice number is 3112. First we'll manually give the number, then we can refer the number also. We'll see both. First we'll manually give the number. Select the column of invoice number because invoice number is the one which I want to filter it. So I want to filter the table if the invoice number is 3112. So select the invoice number column. So in this column, what is the invoice number you want to filter? Equal to. What is that invoice number? Type that invoice number. 3112. I am typing the invoice number. This is hard coding. Manually, automatically also we can do it. That we will do it in the next part. That's all. I'll repeat it again. First, let me check whether it's working. Enter. Yes. It shows all the invoice detail. 3112, who is the customer, what is the product name. It shows everything here. I repeat it again. Equal to filter. Select the entire table. Array means total table has to be selected. Comma. Select the column because I want to give a condition for that column. Which column? Invoice number column. Select only the invoice number column. Is equal to. Type the invoice number. Which invoice number you want. Whatever the invoice number, 3112, 3113, your wish. We can dynamically change it. We'll see in the next part. 3112. Enter. That's all. It shows only the details of 3112. Okay. Close bracket not required. If you want to close it, your wish. Excel will close it automatically. Change the invoice number and check. For example, I'll select 117. Instead of 112, I change it to 117. Yes. It shows 117. Next, we'll see how to refer it and find it. Next, we'll see the reference. Done. Title better. Sometimes it may, some flash will, sometimes it will, sometimes it may not. Control Shift up. Control Shift up arrow. Control Shift up arrow. Okay. Instead of typing this invoice number manually, can I make this more dynamically? For example, in some other cell, maybe in some other cell, I'm going to type some invoice number, 3112. If I type 3112, it should show me only the details of 3112. If I type 3113 here, it should show me the details of 3113. Whatever you type here, it should display here. What we did is manually we are typing the number 3117. Instead of that, I have already typed that invoice number in some other cell. Correct? I want to refer this. So what we do? Delete this 3117. I don't want it to manually type it. Select the cell where we have already typed that invoice number. Select the cell. Some other cell. Your wish. Any cell. Select the cell where we have already entered that invoice number. Of course. Somewhere else. Well, if we inside the table to throw some error. 3113. Let me check. 3121. Yes. Whatever you change here, based on that, it automatically displays that invoice number. Whatever you change. Any invoice number you change, it will display that value. Any invoice number. From the starting means from filter. Click here. Instead of typing the manually, we are typing the column, invoice number. Select the cell where we have typed the invoice. Select the cell where we have typed it. It's very simple. So you are writing the filter function now. Any challenge? Your source table will get disturbed. Why are we using XLOOKUP? Why can't we copy and paste? I can go to the employee number and straight away I can find the employee number, copy and paste it. Why are we using XLOOKUP? Because it's dynamic. Automatically it will change based on this. That's some function you can use. Sum and select this column. You'll get the total. That's very simple. Or make it as a dynamic table and put the sum. I will tell you in the next session. Got it? The dashboard is slicer. Based on the slicer only, we are going to make a dashboard. Okay. Any other area without disturbing your data, I want you to do this. Filter the table. I want to filter the table. Wherever my total cost is greater than 1 lakh, 1,000, 10,000, 1 lakh. So I want you to try this. Either refer the cell or even you can type it manually also. Greater than 1 lakhs. So it should be greater than 1 lakhs. So filter the table wherever my total cost is greater than 1 lakh. Either you can put a reference or manually type also. Both are okay. Either refer the cell or manually type it. Yes. Total cost more than 1 lakh. Function. Wherever it's more than total cost is more than 1 lakh. To refer it. So only one row is how to put the formula. Means manual போடாம இதான் சொல்றீங்க. நாளை equal to sir. Refer it. Instead of manually type.
typing 1 lakh. Where is type the effort? Yeah, there is some data on the bottom. Very little. I told you to do it in some other way. Already there is a formula. Formula many formula. You cannot put a formula. All that you want to put. Like a flash. Normally, if you select the first column, you will not get it. Because we are referring the invoice number. Here we are referring the last column. Little better we have to.
Okay. So either you can do any one thing, either refer the cell. Let me see the reference later. In some other cell, I have typed this 1 lakh. I will do that later. Now equal to filter. Select the entire table. Control Shift right and Control Shift down. Comma. Which column we have to select now? That is where we have the invoice. Total cost. Sorry. Total cost greater than 1 lakh. Either you can type 1 lakh here. 1,000, 10,000, 1 lakh. I want only greater than. Equal to means it will show only the equal to. If it is equal to 1 lakh. Greater than 1 lakh it will not show. So it should be greater. Enter. So all the value more than 1 lakh is displayed here. But instead of this 1 lakh, greater than 1 lakh, I delete this 1 lakh. Select that cell. Select the cell where we have that 1 lakh. Now, instead of 1 lakh, I'll change it to 2 lakhs here. Yes. It shows wherever it's more than 2 lakhs. So, whatever you type, suppose I put 50,000. More than 50,000. 1 lakh 50. So more than 1,50,000. Whatever you type here, based on it, it automatically shows your data. Manually, if you want to apply the filter, you have to go there manually select one by one. But if you change here, automatically it updates here without disturbing your original data also. Yes, there is one more function called as sort. You can add a sort before that. Sort by, comma, which column, column. Suppose I want to sort it by total cost. Total cost is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th column. 7, comma, whether it's in ascending or descending. Ascending is 1, descending is minus 1. Sort. Yes. You can see it is sorted by ascending order. Just add one more function called as sort before filter. Sort, come to the last. Which column you want to sort it? Total cost, that's the 7th column. So 7, comma 1. 1 is ascending. You can type there, you can see it will show you ascending or descending. Comma, ascending means 1, descending is minus 1. Sorting, because you want the output in sorting, ascending order. Ascending or descending. Descending is minus 1. Sort. Before filter, add a function called as sort. Come to the last 7. What is that 7? Column number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th column. If you want to sort it by invoice number, then make this as 1. So based on which column you want to sort it, you number that column. 1, 2, 3 or 4 or whatever. Now invoice number wise it will be sorted. Yes. Better not to select the title. Titling is a problem. Always the title will be a problem here. Better not to select the title. Sort by, we have to remember the column names. The array put, we have to remember the column names here. So I think sort will work perfectly. Sort by means we have to say ascending, sort order, sort by order. By another array, you have to select this column again, and we have to say this ascending or descending. I think sort will be easier instead of sort by. Multi-level sorting, we can go for sort by. If time permits, I will explain that. Sort is better instead of sort by. Exercise number 16. What if? Forecasting. Another very, very, very important function. Forecasting. Shall we move on? Exercise number 16. We have a small table where I can see purchase price, cost of sales. Assume I am purchasing a product and I am doing some process. For that I am spending some expenses. 250 is my expense. And I am giving a discount of 10% and we are selling the product for 1,800. So I want to know what could be my profit here. First let us find out the profit. Then we'll see how to use the what if forecasting. Another very, 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 very important concept. First let us find out the profit. You know what is the formula for finding out the profit? Sales subtracted by everything. So I am buying some product for 1,000, spending some expenses, and I'm giving a discount of 10% and I'm selling it. Let us find out the profit here. Equal to 1,800 or 1,800 minus purchase price minus cost of sales minus, it says discount on sales. That means 10% on discount. It's not just a 10% on discount. So what we have to do? B3 into B4. 10% of sales. It's not just 10% on sales. That means here na sales is 1800. What is the 10% is 180. Can I press enter? Is my formula correct? Where you have to put a bracket? You can put a bracket, or if you are not putting the bracket also, no problem. Because first always the multiplication will be done, then only the subtraction will be done. Even if you put a bracket also, you will get the same answer. If you are not putting the bracket also, it will give you the same answer. No problem on this. So, as you wish, you can say I am pressing enter, is giving the right result. Even if you put a bracket also, no worries, it will give you the right result. So, sales minus purchase minus cost of sales, 10% on sales price. That means 10% into sales price. So, it's 370. Then we will see the what if forecasting. Right. So, we are given a profit as we getting the profit of 370. Now, I want to work in reverse. For example, I want to get more profit. Assume I want to get 400 as my profit. So, I want to get 400 as a profit. If I want to get 400 as a profit, what could be the discount I can give? Reverse. How much we have to reduce? That we don't know. But Excel will help us. So, place the cursor on the profit. As he has told, we have to reduce our discount. When you reduce the discount, you will get more profit. How much we have to reduce? I don't know that, but I want the Excel to calculate it. Place the cursor on the profit. Place the cursor on profit. Because I want to calculate the profit, go to the tab called as data. There is a tab called as data. Under the tab of data, there is a separate button available called as what if analysis, forecasting. Above the forecasting, you can see what if analysis. A separate command button is available. Under the what if analysis, 3 options: scenario manager, goal seek, data table. We'll see one by one. First, let us go with goal seek. Goal seek. I click on goal seek. So, if you want to achieve the goal, what is the value you are going to seek now? I want to achieve the goal of 400. So, what should be the other values? So, place the cursor on profit, what if analysis, goal seek, set cell. Set cell is the cell where we have the profit. To value. To value means what is the value you want it here? 400. 400. If I want 400 here, which value I want to change? Discount. Select that discount. If I want 400 in B5, what should be in B3? Just to say okay, yes. Excel has calculated and it's saying 8%. So if you want to get 400 as the, you have to give a discount of 8%. Reverse. If you want to accept it, you can say okay. If you don't want to accept, you can click on cancel. I repeat it again. Place the cursor on profit. Go to data. Go to what if analysis. Goal seek. And set cell. Set cell is a cell where we have the profit. To value. Let us say what is the value I want. I want it as 400 as my profit. Which cell you want to change? I want to change the discount. So if I want 400 as a profit, what's the discount you have to give? Okay. So it says 8%. If you give 8% as the discount, then you will get profit of 400. Okay. If you want to accept, you can say okay. If you don't want to accept, you can click on cancel. So let me click on cancel now. This is not your task, just to try. I want 450 as my profit. So I want 450 as the profit. If profit is 450, what will be the sales price? Sales price. 1800 is already there. 1,888. Why you are getting 1,854? Pay profit 8% you didn't change it. Still the discount is 8%. We said to cancel. I think you accepted it. Oh, rounding off is 1,889. Exact is 1,888. Rounding off is 1,889. Okay. Let me do this. Place the cursor on profit. What if analysis? Goal seek. Set cell is the cell where we have the profit. To value. What is the value is? 450. By changing cell? Sales price. Okay. Yes. 1,888.889. So if you fix the sales price as 1,888.889, then you will get a profit. To want to accept, you can say okay. If you don't want to accept, you can click on cancel. I clicked on cancel. Just like that, you cannot fix your sales price. You have to use what if analysis. Buying a product, straight away selling the product. No, you have to use what if analysis and find out what is the sales price to fix the target, to fix the sales price, to fix the salary. For everything, we have to use this what if analysis. If I want to achieve this target, what are the other things I want to do? So you have to use this what if analysis. Straight away, you cannot fix any value. You cannot fix the target or anything. You have to use what if analysis. Now, let us check with multiple option. For example, let me take the discount. My head or my team people or my customer is asking, if I give a discount of 2%, if I get a discount of 2%, what will be my profit? I want to know. If I give a discount of 2%, what will be the profit? If discount is 4, what will be the profit? 6, what is the profit? 8, 10, 12, like this, multiple inputs. Not based on one input. Multiple inputs, I want to know what is my profit. Based on multiple input. If discount is 2%, 4%, 6%, 8, like this, multiples. So place the cursor on that discount cell because I want to change the discount. Based on the discount, I want to calculate what is my profit. So place the cursor on the cell where we have the discount value. So place the cursor on the cell where we have the discount value. Go to the data tab again. Go to the data tab. What if analysis based on multiple scenario. Based on multiple scenario, I want the output. So scenario manager. So go to what if analysis, scenario manager. I click on that scenario manager. It's opening a dialog. No scenarios available as of now. We are going to create a new scenario. Let us create a new scenario. Add, delete, add is activated because there is no scenario for deleting or editing. Merging means you already created a scenario. You can merge it. Probably we'll see that later. Let us click on add scenario. I click on add scenario. What is the name of that scenario? For our understanding, you can give some meaningful name. Your wish, you can give some meaningful name. For example, let us say a D1, discount 1. Or you can type it as 2% discount also. Your wish, it's a variable. Any name you can give here. Changing cell. Changing cell means which cell the discount is available. That is already selected. If it is not selected, please select it. That's the reason I asked you to place the cursor over the discount. So D1 is my scenario name. Which cell you want to change? I want to change this discount. Comment, prevent changes. Yes, we have to. This is for protection. You can protect the sheet. Others cannot change it. You can protect it. Probably now don't do it because you cannot edit it now. So don't do anything here. Let us say okay. So for first scenario, what is the value you want? Let us say 2%. So my cell is in percentage format. That's why I'm typing 2%. If your cell is in number format, you have to type a number. If your cell is in percentage, you have to put a percentage. So my cell is in percentage. So that's why I'm saying 2%. D1, I have given 2%. Add. Second scenario, D2. Okay. Maybe I'll say 4%. Add. D3. Okay. Your wish, I'm just giving an example. 6%. Add. If you have completed, you can straight away click on OK. D4. Okay. 8%. Let me add another 1 or 2. Add. D5. Okay. 10%. Maybe one more I will add. Add. D6. Okay. The D6, D1 is your wish. Similarly, percentage is also your wish. Maybe I'll say 12%. So I have created 6 scenarios. D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6. D1 I have given 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, 10, 12. So I have given 6 scenarios. 6 types of discounts. Like this, you can add multiple discount. Don't go beyond 255. You can go beyond 255, but it will slow down your system speed. Maximum is 255. Okay. So I have added 6 scenarios now. D1, D2, D3, D4, D5. I said okay, and I came to the main screen now. Now I want to check it. For example, I want to check if D1, what is my output? So double click on the D1. It says 2% means this will be your profit. Double click on D2. 4%, this is your profit. Double click on D3, D4, D5. But I'm not satisfied with this because every time I have to make a double click and check the values. Instead, summary. So instead of double clicking and checking the values, summary. Scenario summary or a scenario pivot table. Pivot table, we'll see it in another few minutes. Let us go for scenario summary. Result cell, which is my result cell, profit. Because based on various input, I want to know what is my profit. That's my output, right? Result. So that should be, it is already selected. If not selected, select it. Okay. That's all. On a new sheet, you will get this report. 2%, what is your profit? 4%, what is it? 6%, what is it? 8, 10, 12. So based on multiple input, we got multiple outputs. I am repeating it one more time. Let me delete this scenario summary. Don't create more scenarios. It may slow down your system speed. Place the cursor on the discount on cell because based on the discount, I want to calculate the profit. Data. What if analysis. Scenario manager. There will be no scenarios because first time we are adding. I already added, that's why we have 6 scenarios. Let me add another 2 or 3. Add. Maybe let me add another scenario. D7. Okay. 14%. Add. D8. Okay. 16%. Like this, I am adding multiple scenarios. Add. D9. This is your wish. Okay. 18%. So like this, we are adding multiple scenarios. After adding the scenarios, you select OK. All the scenarios will be displayed. If you want to check one by one, double click on each scenario and check. D1, 2%, what is your profit? 4%, what is your profit? 6%, what is your profit? 8%, what is your profit? 5%, what is your profit? But 10%, sorry. But I want the output in some other area. Summary. Result cell. Scenario summary. Result cell is the cell where we have the profit. That's it. Okay. On a new sheet, based on multiple scenarios, you will get the output here. 2%, what will be your profit? 4%, what is your profit? 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 14, 14, 16, 18. Based on various input, what could be your output?
We have to, every time we have to
That is data table. Next part. Scenario you have to add one by one. 2 to the 8 means what is the gap?
The 2% gap is there.
How can I do that? 1%, if I want 1% gap, if I want 0.5 percentage gap, you cannot do that. You have to manually give the input. Or we don't want the gap itself. One is 10, another one is 20, another one is 15. You have to create one by one. Done? Got it? We'll see the next one in the same what if analysis. Don't create more scenarios. It may slow down your system speed. So let me delete it. Whenever it's required, create it. Otherwise, better to delete it. Now we are going to jump into the next level of this what if analysis. Next level. Come back to that exercise number 16. Come to the exercise number 16. I already created a small table here. Based on multiple input, the discount is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This you can have, as he has told, you can have it in a different order, 1, 3, 5, 7, or 1, 2, 3, your order, your wish. So these are all discounts. And here we have cost of sales. Now I want to check with two conditions. Earlier I checked with only one. If discount is 2, 4, 8, 10. But now I want to check with two things. If the discount is 1%, if the cost of sales is 50, what could be my profit? Same like, if the discount is 2% and cost of sales is 50, what is my profit? 3, 50, 4, 50, 5, 50. Same like, it should show for 100, it should show for 200, 250, 400, 450. We have to fill the entire matrix. Manually, I can say it's impossible to do it, or it's very, very, very tough to do it. But Excel will help us. It's very easy. Two things you have to do. Of course, first you have to frame a table. Anything can be in rows. It's not required here. You should have the discount percentage here and cost of sales here. You can change it. I can put the cost of sales here and discount here also. That's your wish. So first create a table like this. Then, where the tables are meeting, here is my cost of sales, here is my discount. This is where my table is meeting. Here, rewrite the same formula again. Either rewrite the same formula or refer the formula. Either you have to say equal to B4 minus B3, same formula you have to write it again, or refer it. I think referring is easier. Equal to, refer it. Referring is very easy. Instead of rewriting the formula one more time. So I'm just referring it here. Now, everyone knows basics of Excel. So you have to tell me, I have two things. One is cost of sales. Second one is discount on sales. Could you tell me which data is in row wise, which is in column wise? Cost of sales, discount on sales. Two things are available. Which is in row wise, which data is in row wise, which data is in column wise? Discount in rows. Discount in rows. Discount in column. Cost of sales is in rows. Which is correct? Which is columns basically? Top to bottom is columns. I think discount on sales is in column. To understand very simply, it's in column number C. Correct? Column wise. Top to bottom. Yesterday, fill series. Column wise means top to bottom. That is column wise. If you build a house, they will raise a pillar like this. You know what they call for it? Columns. So if it is columns, means top to bottom is columns. So discount on sales is in columns. Cost of sales is in row. That is, it's in row number 8. That's all. Now select this table. Don't select the heading. Don't. This is just for our reference. Just to select this table along with that formula. Select the table along with the formula. Go to Data tab. It's a very powerful, magical feature. Go to Data tab. What if analysis? Only one option is pending. You know what we are going to do now? Data table. Row input. It's asking which data is in row wise. Cost of sales is in row wise, correct? Select the cost of sales where your cost of sales is available. Select the cell where we have the cost of sales because that data is in row wise. It will replace it with row wise. Column input, which is in column wise, percentage, discount on sales percentage. That's all. Okay, your table is filled automatically. Very simple. No need to write any formulas, functions. It has automatically filled my table. Very simple. You have to know which is in rows and which is in columns. Select rows and select columns. That's all. Select the range. If analysis, data table, row input, which is in row wise, cost of sales. Column input, discount on sales. That's all. It automatically gives me the output. No need to write any formulas and function. Even if you write a formulas and function also, you will not get this rightly. How can I verify? Can I cross-check this? Yes. For example, discount is 10, cost of sales is 250. 10%. It's 370. So here 370. Correct. Unfortunately, if you don't want this, if you want to delete it, you cannot select like this and delete it. It will not work. You have to select the entire table data, total table. You have to select the total table, then only you can press delete. If you normally delete one cell, it will not work because all the formula is created based on an array. Like a XLOOKUP, when you write the formula in first cell, it does automatically copy it in other cell. If you delete in first, it will get deleted everywhere. Same like this is also an array. Select everything and get deleted. Don't delete one cell. It will not work. Select the entire table and delete it. Okay. Next one. Select the table. Which is in row wise or which is in column wise? Cost of sales and discount on sales. Which is rows or which is column? Row wise, cost of sales. What if analysis? Data table. Which is in row wise? Cost of sales. Select cost of sales. Which is column wise? Discount. That's all. You say okay, you will get it. Got it? You have not selected the table properly. Yes. Same sheet. Same sheet. After row number 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 is hidden. There is a shortcut key for this. Select the rows. Control 9 is the shortcut key for hiding the rows. Control Shift 9 is the shortcut key for unhiding the rows. It's only for the rows, not for columns. Control 9 or Control Shift 9. Now I want to unhide it. So select 25 to 39 because 25 to 39 there are some rows. Control Shift 9 or right click and unhide also. Mouse right click unhide or Control Shift 9. Fill this table. You have to fill this table. Which is in row wise and which is in column wise. You decide. You decide which is in row wise and which is in column wise. So Control Shift 9. Unhide that rows and find out the output. You decide which is in rows and which is in columns. Your output should be like this. Your final output should look like this.
Correct everything and correct everything. These the formula. Simple. Yes. Correct the rows. Correct the rows and columns.
Yes. First, what we have to do, we have to refer your table equal to, select the cell where we have the profit. Then select this table, Control Shift right and Control Shift down. Data, what if analysis, data table, row input, which is row wise? This row is here, sales price. Select the sales price. Column input, which is in columns? Cost of sales. That's all. We got the output. So refer the cell and say which is row wise and which is column wise. "17. Exercise number 17. Exercise number 17. We have a loan amount, we have number of months, we have interest rate. The loan is 1 lakh. I think nowadays no one is getting 1 lakh loans, but still, it's a sample data. 10 lakh, which we'll make it as 10 lakh. We'll start with it. 1 lakh. And number of months is 12, interest rate is 10%. So now what we are going to do? We are going to find out the equated monthly installment. EMI means equated monthly installment. So to do this, we have a specific function available in Excel. Equal to PMT. The function name is PMT. PMT, open bracket open, PMT, which will give you the output EMI based on the loan amount, based on the constant payment and constant interest rate. So PMT, open bracket, first input is rate. It's asking for the rate of interest. What is rate of interest? Let me select the cell where we have the rate of interest, B3. B3 is the cell where we have the rate of interest. But always the rate of interest will be for? Per year. How can I make it as per month? Divided by 12. We are paying every year, then we can leave as it is. I want to pay every month. So we are dividing it by 12. Rate of interest, always the rate of interest will be per annum. I want to make it as per month. So divided by 12. B3 divided by 12, comma, NPER. What is that NPR? Number of periods. How many periods? What is the number of months or years or days you are going to pay? 12. Select the cell where we have the number of months. B2. Comma. The present value or the principal value. Present value or the principal value is your loan amount. Select the cell where we have the loan amount. You will get the output in negative because every month we have to pay. That's why you will get it in negative. If you want, you can convert it as a positive also. Let me close. FV is a future value. So all the loan put together and interest put together, what is my future value? Now we are not going to do that. Close bracket, or no need to close the bracket. Excel will close it. Enter or control enter. It says you have to pay 891.59 every month. This is my EMI. it's showing in a negative. As I told, it will show in negative, we'll convert it as positive also. Equal to PMT, bracket open, rate means the rate of interest, divided by 12 because we want to calculate it for per month, comma, NPR is number of periods, that is loan number of months, comma, PV is the principal value or the present value, loan amount, B1, close bracket. Enter or control enter. 8,791.59 is my EMI. Payment. Not per month. PMT means payment. You can make it as per year also. Without dividing by 12 means per month. Without dividing by 12 means 1 year. Insurance every 1 year we are going to pay. Upon don't divide it by 12. Just payment. PMT is payment. How can I convert this negative into a positive value? Two methods. As he has told, one is just we can add a minus before this. Minus into minus is plus. But unfortunately, if it is positive, it will turn into negative. Negative will turn into positive. That's okay. The positive will turn into negative, which I don't want. So there is one function available in Excel called as ABS. What is that ABS? Absolute. Negative will be converted into positive. Positive will be displayed as positive. Whatever the value you give, it will convert that into positive. That's the usage of this ABS. ABS, open bracket, close bracket. So this is for converting the negative values into positive. If you want to convert the negative into positive, you can do this. Negative into positive. Or if you want to maintain it as negative, you can have it. That's your wish. So 879.59 is my loan amount. Sorry, EMI amount. What will be the loan amount if EMI is, I want you to try, it's not your task, but try. If EMI is 7,500, what will be the loan I can get? I can pay only 7,500 per month. I cannot pay 8,000. I can pay only 7,500 per month. What is the loan amount I can get? What will be the loan amount if EMI is 7,500? I want you to try this. Last session you did it. If the profit is 400, what is the sales price? 85,308. Okay. Both are getting same answer. It should be correct. I think it's very simple. "10 minutes before we have seen the chapter. Not yesterday, a day before. Just 10 minutes before. What will happen tomorrow, day after tomorrow? $85? Correct. Yes, tell me, how can I do this? First, place the cursor on EMI, data, what if analysis, goal seek, to value. What is the value? 75. By changing cell, which cell you want to change? Loan amount. B1. If the EMI is 7,500, what will be the loan amount? Okay. So 85,308.813. Okay. Still this what if analysis is not over. After what if analysis, we should have started the pivot table before the break. 1 hour before itself, we should have started the pivot table. Actually, we are very slow. Because pivot table itself will take 3 to 4 hours minimum. There are so many features available. Still, the what if analysis is not over. So we have to see furthermore on the what if analysis. Then we have to start the pivot. We'll try to complete as much as possible within this 3 or 4 hours. We'll try to cover as much as possible. Save your files. I think 12:45 is our scheduled time for break. Save the file. We'll go for a break, lunch break. After the lunch break, we'll restart with the same exercise.